Politics is like poker. When you have no cards, you bluff and hope your opponent folds. Kamala doesn't have a good hand, but she's too afraid to bluff herself. So the media is doing it for her. They tell you what Kamala's positions are so that she doesn't have to. And they change them so she doesn't have to. At the convention, they went all in on football, camo, country music. Kamala's from Berkeley, grew up in Canada, and wants to take your guns. She's bluffing. Harris tells us no tax on tips, just plagiarizes Trump's policy. She and Biden can cut the tax on tips now. Why don't they? When I wake up this morning, I open the paper and I see Kamala wants to build a border wall. Yeah. If she's elected president, Kamala Harris pledges to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the wall along the southern border, a project she once opposed and called un-American during the Trump administration. Axios is telling us that Kamala is pledging to build more border wall. But have you heard Kamala pledge that? I haven't. Her handlers are just saying she's going to build border wall, just not as much as Trump wanted. Does Kamala Harris know what the Kamala Harris campaign's saying?
This administration has decided to vilify them and to trade on them for the sake of this president's medieval vanity project called a wall. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances.
He has decided to vilify immigrants and put his whole political strength around a vanity project called a wall, which would cost taxpayers of America billions of dollars. And by the way, that wall will never get built.
That wall ain't gonna stop them. No.
This is what killed John Kerry. I was for the war before I was against it. Kamala was for the wall before she was against it. Can't wait for AOC to cry on Kamala's little wall. Someone should ask Nancy Pelosi if a wall is racist if a black woman builds it. Good thing Tim Walz invested in that ladder factory, now that more walls are going up. Does Walz even know what his running mate's running on? Democrats think there's a sense of danger in sending him out to do big solo interviews because he might not have a full command of where Harris is on every issue. Well, that's because Harris doesn't have a full command of where she is on every issue. The border czar's administration stopped building Trump's border wall and sold the steel for scrap. And now she wants to buy new steel at full price and keep building? Biden-Harris sued Texas for putting fence up. Now she likes fence? Did the border czar tell Biden to keep building wall and Biden didn't listen to her? Or is she just going ultra MAGA to win an election?
I read a story this morning that her advisors are considering just copying all of Donald Trump's policies. They're more popular. In fact, I've heard that for her debate in just a couple of weeks, she's going to put on a Navy suit, a long red tie, and adopt the slogan, "Make America Great Again."
After plagiarizing Build the Wall and no tax on tips, is Kamala going to drill, baby, drill? Maybe she is because her campaign is saying she doesn't support an EV mandate anymore. Kamala Harris didn't say that. The Kamala Harris campaign said that, even though Kamala Harris co-sponsored a bill mandating that all cars go electric by 2040. If Trump's so unpopular, why is Harris stealing his policies? Kamala Harris is campaigning on Trump is right about everything and I'm wrong. At this point, Kamala should just debate herself. Watch this new ad.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Democrats haven't decided what Kamala Harris believes in. They haven't decided. Is she a Joe Biden Democrat or a Trump Republican? Is she Joe Biden's vice president or just a former prosecutor? Is she the border czar or not? Kamala is so busy thinking about herself, she has no time to think about you.